I say, must be probably good morning, guys, on a Saturday. On a Saturday. You know, Sunday Shabbos. Sunday Shabbos. Which I'm not all cool with, It's just something that I see in the film. Sometimes that's all the education you need, isn't it? Sometimes that's all you need. If to watch a film and you pick up one or two facts, you can sell a whole story, whole scenario, and keep entertaining, fucking hell, but you didn't, but you didn't hear what happened after he actually fucking woke up. Keep it going. It's not a couple of spurious facts that you picked up of an Richard Attenborough documentary or whatever. You know what I mean? That's all. See all this reading books and stuff like that. It's a bit spurious, at the very least. To even bother to fucking pick up, bits and bones. Oh, there's old Roald Dahl, knocked out an hour, a few classics. You know what I mean? That's all good and well for Roald Dahl, but fucking hell, man. What about the graffiti artists in, downtown Chicago, you know what I mean? It's a disgrace, it's a disgrace, to be quite honest, and read about it. But you know what I mean? If you were to reflect that back then and then think about the current boxing scene, you go on to your local news site, and of course we all go to boxing scene. There's about two or three other websites, and they're all shite. Even boxing scene has become shite. Its layout and format used to be fantastic. It was easily accessible. You knew what you were doing. There's that there. There's Daily Bread down there. Algeria's thing. I'll maybe give that a look if I have time, Man, actually, I'd rather listen to him on a video. All of that shit, you know what I mean? Teddy Atlas. See that fucking Teddy Atlas, These vendettas too that, that you build up as well. I just find it, I've got to that stage where, I go onto a boxing website and I look down the list of headlines. I don't recognize any of the names. Who are these guys? I don't know. There was a time, ironically, it's when you first get into boxing that you watch every single fight and know all the results and stuff because you feel that it's, so essential. You know what I mean? And then you get over it and it's just you know what I mean? I was busy watching Foreman batter Michael Moore, you know what I mean? Too busy to be watching, a bunch of strawweights or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but, yeah, man, who has the time? Who has the time? But old Teddy Atlas, he's always had the time, hasn't he? On down the years. He hasn't really let up, has he? Teddy Atlas, He just, he does what he does and he keeps on doing it, you know what I mean? And he mightn't always be right, Teddy Atlas sometimes will make predictions for a fight that are just if you actually went back and checked them all, most people don't bother to check. If you went back and checked them, you'd go, Teddy Atlas was fucking way off on that one there. But if you follow his line of thinking, you can go, I can see how he come to that. He's a smart guy. He's got a boxing fucking knowledge and whatever else. You know what I mean? He's knows a bit of history and all that there too. What is it, man? What is it that you can truly say these days? He has a good record and stuff as well, I believe. Mr. Atlas, so you do have to respect him as well, all jokes aside, yeah, man, it's great to have characters in boxing, isn't it? People that are passionate, opinionated, and sometimes comical in the way they express themselves, a little bit over the top sometimes, but that's good in the entertainment business, it's good anyway, in everyday life. somebody that's liable to lose their nut and start screaming, you know, it's like, great. There's a chance this will go tits up, you know what I mean? But that's what we're here for, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, yeah. And that tomato, you know, the philosophical root and all of that. That was a bit more street hardened, you know, maybe what he kind of done with what he picked up from old tomato, I suppose, you know what I mean? And, yeah, man. It's a funny old thing. It's a funny old thing. But yeah, what do we got coming up? What are the main fights like? You know what I mean? Usyk's gonna fight Dubois, yeah, for the second time. The first one there was a disputed low blow. It may or may not have been a low blow. But Daniel Dubois delivered, and Usyk made full use of the kind of extra accredited time. So there had been a little bit of kind of dispute, a little bit of drama over that. So we'll have to see what happens. You know, obviously, Dubois has grown in stature since having beat Anthony Joshua. You know, a great scalp. No matter what end of his career he's at, and that's only bound to bolster him on his confidence. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting now to see this Dubois enlivened. You know what I mean? Further along on his, even how he talks, he seems to be a little bit more sure of himself. You know, so it's interesting, man. And Usyk's getting older and getting older and getting older, and he's had, I won't say a lot of hard fights, you know, but he's had a lot of big fights, you know what I mean, one after the other. So the guy's bound to get tired, and maybe Dubois could prove to be indeed the sort of talismanic antidote to whatever it is that Usyk brings, you know. We'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see. We will have to see. But it's going to come around before too long. And yeah, I hope it works out well. I hope it works out well. Good night.